Hmm. So you know what? As I watch these videos, it's hard for me to believe that South Africans are like this. Even the minority of South Africans, because now it's beginning to become. It's not just about South African jobs. Before I proceed, let me just give a brief context on what is happening. So this lady, and first of all, it's not Chidima, it's Chidema. Chidema. But that's by the way, right? So this lady is a model who I believe, according to her, she claims that she was born and raised or she legally migrated to South Africa. She wanted to represent South Africa doing a pageant, but they found out that that she wasn't really South African as she claimed, and wanted to deport her. I think Nigeria took her in and she represented Nigeria, and which I found to be weird, but that's fine. But now she's back in South Africa and she's been going to court. I guess this is the immigration court to try and get her documents. I don't know what she's doing, but she's been in court for several days. So that's the background story. But this is the thing, right? One, my thing is that if you watch this video, it's a lot of women who are really yelling her, saying she should go back to where she's from. I keep asking the question of where is African women supporting African women? That's one question I have. Two, where are the law enforcement people in South Africa? Because this is bizarre. South Africa is one of the most developed economies in Africa, right? I don't understand where the law enforcement people. And again, yes, let's say the citizenries find her to be guilty or whatever, but that does not negate protection by the law. The lady is coming out from court and she's being harassed and hit. And shame on the South African men who are involved in this. How is this lady who is a model like taking your jobs or affecting your economy? I don't even understand it. And this again, brings about the stereotype about a lot of South Africans. Some of these videos make you say, okay, the stereotypes are true. The xenophobia things are true because you cannot just tell me that this is about people taking your jobs. Is every South African wanting to be a supermodel or a pageant person? Because from what I see, this lady is a model and that is what she's pursuing. Now, if you want her out of your country, that's fine. And I think she's going through the legal process to either legitimize herself or to get out of the country. Let her do that in peace. Why harassing the lady while she's doing that? I don't understand that. Somebody explain to me. If you're South Africans, I really want to understand what the rationale is in harassing this lady as she goes to court. I really want to know that. And again, the final question for me is that after all this, right? I don't think this lady Chidema should even stay in South Africa. I think she should leave the country. Now, unless she was born and her livelihood is there, then she has the right to stay in the country. But even if she's legitimate in the, I wouldn't feel safe staying in South Africa any longer. I think she should just leave and start her life somewhere else. And again, this is where the Nigerian government comes into play. And this is why it's important for governments, especially African government, to take your citizens seriously and to protect your citizens. And that's why I like what Ghana is doing with its citizens. Nigeria should follow suit. Nigeria should not play with her citizens. This is a lady who represented Nigeria as a model doing a pageant. The Nigerian immigration and the foreign minister, I think this lady who is the whatever minister of Nigeria should come in. I think Ojukwu or whatever. She should come into play and come in and really do something about this. You can't have your citizens being harassed very badly in other countries. It looks bad on Nigeria. And man, South Africa, come on, you can do better than this. This is a lady who is just trying to do something with her life. She's not involved in anything illegal. She's just trying to go to court and get her papers straight as she wanted. Why the harassment? So this brings me to the claim that South Africans are not really, really all about people taking their jobs, which in a way I can see that aspect if that's really what it is. So it's not just about jobs. I think South Africans are entering into the purview or into the area of hate for their own, as people are saying. I've been reserving by not concluding this, but from what I'm seeing so far, there is an element of hate within South Africans for other Africans. And if that is true, that is a problem. If you're South African or if you know more about this, please comment in the section. But for now, I'm going to remain and I'm going to keep my claim and I stand to be corrected.